So you can see here, gold was never going to work in the 20th century. And you can see why T plus 1 day for a few people is never going to work for the digital future. And that takes us to the digital gold rush. Today, there's 19.7 million Bitcoin. In 2034, there'll be 20.8 million Bitcoin. You've got 10 years. That's the gold rush. We're headed toward a point when 99% of all the Bitcoin is mined. That's the point of absolute scarcity. The last 200,000 Bitcoin come out over 106 years. What does that mean? There's going to be reflexive price shock at 0.99. At 0.99, and you've only got 3,759 days, that's all you have. There's only 1,145,000 Bitcoin for sale. At today's price, it's $74 billion. MicroStrategy will buy $5 billion of Bitcoin in 1 year. This is not a lot. This is a trivial amount. The price cannot stay at this level. After 0.99, Bitcoin creation is offset by lost Bitcoin. The supply is effectively fixed. It's the inflection point where Bitcoin becomes the world's first deflationary asset. There's never been anything like it. Right? It's more scarce than land in Manhattan. It's more scarce than anything you can name, anything you've ever invented. The fact is, no one's ever seen this before. Therefore, you can't compare it to anything. It becomes the world's first perfect money. Institutional adoption of Bitcoin, they're all coming, right? This is the institutional distribution of Bitcoin today. 12 ETFs in the US, 28 global ETFs. They're holding 1 million Bitcoin. There's 27 publicly traded Bitcoin miners. There's 28 public companies with Bitcoin. There's all sorts of derivatives. This is no longer a crypto bro thing. What's the future? Bitcoin's going to be driven by approval of bank custody. That's going to be profound when you can buy, sell, and hold Bitcoin at a JP Morgan or a Bank of America. And that'll come sometime over the next 4 years. Approval of in-kind creation, a digital assets framework. Artificial intelligence is going to drive profound increase in equity values and capital, which is going to flow into Bitcoin. It's happening. No one can stop it. The issuance of sovereign debt is going to drive Bitcoin, right? I mean, we don't have to worry about the governments not borrowing money. Integration with big tech is going to drive Bitcoin. Hey, awareness and chaos, they're going to drive Bitcoin. So this is coming.
You made headlines earlier this year when you said that Bitcoin could reach $1 million this year, and if not this year, 2025. Do you still stand behind that?
I think so. The market's wrong. Like, Bitcoin is massively undervalued right now at whatever it is, 56,000-7,000 per coin. There is just so little Bitcoin out there. You can't double your holdings as a large entity at this point. So it's going to shoot up. The pressure has to be alleviated in other ways. So what I see right now is Bitcoin's like a beach ball, and we're pushing it underwater right now, and people are starting to get bored. Maybe it's intentional. Maybe it's paper Bitcoin shorting Bitcoin and pushing the price down, but that is not sustainable simply because there's so much buy demand. Every quarter, Tether is going to be buying Bitcoin. Every couple months, MicroStrategy is buying, Semler is buying, and we're going to see more and more of that. One of the largest pension funds in the world in Korea is allocating to MicroStrategy now. So you can see the tide already turning, but just like in The Big Short, the market takes time to realize what's happening. It's always going to be the people that are paying attention to Bitcoin that see all these factors and are allocating to it. This is why Michael Saylor is going to try to buy as much as he can right now.